Okay, so I have a foam roller behind me. It is not the usual one that I use. This one is a bit shorter and it's a little bit harder. There's really no reason. Sometimes I just switch it up, really. Um, and then behind me, I also have some weights. I have fives, eights, and tens, and twos. I probably won't use those. So whenever we do stuff and you think to yourself, this weight is right for me. You choose. You choose what's right for you, okay? And we are going to start with the foam roller. We're just going to roll out our parts a bit before we get moving. Okay. So, also just PS, my foam roller is called a trigger point foam roller. It has like these little bumps on it that are supposed to be good for moving fascia around. I don't really know how I feel about that, but this is definitely more intense than the other one. I'm gonna start seated on my little foam roller here. We're gonna kind of roll out the hip and the tush a little bit. So I'm going to bring the foam roller underneath my tush, and then I'm gonna lean my hips over to the right. And then I'm just gonna roll back and forth in a circular motion. So what I mean by that is I'm moving my knees sort of left and right as I roll this sort of whole side of my tush. Um, with a harder foam roller, this one is super hard. It feels more evident to me where those like sort of knots, or in this particular case, this company would call them like, I think trigger points, really. So just to throw this out there, if you have a harder foam roller like me and you go over like one of those points, you can kind of go back and forth a few times, breathing, and you can even hold and move the knees right and left. Um, some of these foam roller companies say that the harder is better for moving around fascia. I don't really know. I have no idea. I think you should just use the one that you want to use. I think the softer one is usually better for me, but I'm giving this one a whirl today. So then we're going to just go out to the side a little bit more. I would call this the glute med area, side tush, and then into the hip a little. And just back and forth there a little bit. And then, of course, we will go, when you are ready, over to the other side. Take breaks. Sometimes people, their hands and their wrists start to get angry. Of course, they will if you spend a lot of time here. So just take a break if you need it. That's fine. One side absolutely should probably feel different from the other. Usually we have one side that's a little different, a little tighter. Um, just also to say this, if you have any acute pain while you are foam rolling, if it feels like you're rolling into sort of like an injury, a tear, I don't even know what else I would call it, don't do that. Okay? It's hard to tell sometimes, like tightness versus something that could really be an injury, but foam rolling into a potential tear will absolutely make it worse. So do not roll into acute pain. Um, I'm going to kind of aim my knees a little bit more to the side and roll out the glute med, like the side upper butt area, into the hip a little bit more. Try not to hold your breath. One more good roll here. Okay. And then I'm going to just kind of bring the foam roller underneath one of my calves. This is a shorter foam roller, so like I said, I'm just gonna do one calf at a time, because if I do one on top of the other, this would be a really intense and then roll back and forth. That's way too intense for me, but please know that if you would like to do that, please do it. I'm keeping one leg, I'm starting with my right, and I'm going to roll in the same way that I said to do it for the tush, kind of in a circular motion, where you roll all the way down towards the ankle, and then you turn the direction of your foot so you can roll up the other side, and continue to do that and switch it up a little bit, moving the foot around, go right through the middle. Yeah, so the harder foam roller, this is a lot more intense than the softer one. We're breathing. If you come across a trigger point or a place that feels especially like a knot or something, go back and forth. You can also get there, hold, ooh, and aim the foot right and left and roll over the knot. That's terrible, that feels terrible. I probably should do that more. And then we can switch to the other leg. How long should you do this stuff? It's really up to you. You could probably spend a few minutes on each calf, or more, to be honest with you. Doing this kind of rolling out, if you feel like it benefits you, it's great to do before you move, before you exercise, after you exercise, really whenever you want. So I've been enjoying doing it before, in the winter especially. Remember to keep moving your foot around here so you get the whole area rolled out. Okay. And then touch down. And now I'm going to grab the foam roller and bring it behind me. Scooch my tush forward and then lean back right into the mid back, hands up, just to support the back of the head. And now I'm going to roll out from my middle back to the tops of my shoulder blades. I am not rolling directly onto the cervical spine. And I'm not going any further below my ribs. That is what the directions for this particular foam roller says. You're not rolling on the parts of the spine that aren't connected to other stuff. So like your thoracic spine is you're woven into your ribs there. There's a whole set of connections. Don't roll with a hard foam roller. This is what they say on the cervical spine or on the lumbar spine. I don't know that it's right or wrong, but that's what this one says. So somewhere along the way, let's like say halfway, you can stop and put your tush down, and we can lower the head and curl it back up. I always like to move my tush a few times. So it really is like I'm getting a bit of a massage into different parts of the upper spine, and just the stretch in the neck and the shoulders changes when I move myself around forward and back as I do this. Feel free to, if there's a place that feels particularly good, and if you want to just hold there and take a couple of deep breaths, that's fine. I'm going to do a couple more here. And then I'm going to curl forward. I'm going to bring my hands behind my thighs, take a nice deep breath, and exhale, curl up. All the way up to sit. Okay, that feels so nice. So I'm going to put this guy off to the side, and we're going to flip over and come onto our bellies. When you get down there, you can bring your sort of fingertips together. The middle fingers can come together right underneath the forehead. Yeah, and just rest your head right down right there. Adjust your hands if that feels intuitive, okay? My hands are right underneath my forehead, elbows are wide. Just start with 3 deep breaths to expand the waist, to breathe less into your shoulders. And then we're going to start moving. You can either move on your inhale or your exhale, gently pushing down through the arms. And like I said, adjust the arms if that feels intuitive. Lifting and looking forward, and then lowering back down. Lifting and looking forward. See what you can do along the way to send your shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. We're doing about 4 more here. 4. And 3. I'm doing like a full range of motion with my head now. Forehead down at the bottom. And then lift chin forward, look up. And again. One more time here. And up. And then we'll look down at the floor. Come on up to your hands and knees. Bring your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. Just take a quick minute there to spread the fingers apart. Make any adjustments that you need to make with all your parts here. It should always feel intuitive as to what you should change along the way. And I'm going to just gently push down through the palms, energize the spine. And I'm just going to do a gentle rock here, keeping the spine neutral as I go back. I'm not overly rounding or arching. I'm going to go back and forth a few times. This is a really nice way. We've already done a warm up here, I think, through the wrists and the hands when we were doing our foam rolling. But this is a really nice, gentle way to take some extra weight into the hands and to work on the mobility of the wrist. When you come forward, you're bringing your shoulders slightly sort of forward, closer to your fingertips area, and I'm sure you probably feel a stretch or some extra weight into your hands, and so that's good, I think. We're just gonna do about 4 more here. Breathe however you want. And 3. And 2. Last one. And then we'll end right here, and now we'll roll through the spine, rolling into that cat shape, head down, round through the spine, breathe into this shape, and then find the opposite shape, arch the back, push down through your palms, look up, and breathe. And again, we will round. Enjoy this shape here. Hopefully it feels a little bit like a stretch. Move your head around, take that deep breath. And then other shape here, arch, or the cow shape. And then one more each way. Cat yourself, round, tuck the pelvis under, let your head be heavy. And then cow yourself, arch. And then come back to the center, fairly neutral. One more thing here, hands come closer together, knees go further apart. Not too far, but definitely a little wider than the hips. And I'm going to keep my right hand down. I'm going to bend my left elbow. And as I come up, I'm going to look towards my elbow and then maybe extend toward the ceiling. And that feels so nice, but if it doesn't, reduce your range of motion. And then switch. Left arm down. Follow your eyes with your elbow and then maybe extend to the ceiling. How can your breathing increase this sort of the flow of this little movement? You can decide. And then down, bend. One more each way here. Down. And then last one, even yourself out. if you know which side you started on. And then come all the way down, okay? We're gonna come to the tush, just give your wrists, move, I like to make a fist and then move the fist around, it kind of stretches through the top, and then open and close a few times, okay? Because we're gonna do one more thing using the hands, maybe, it depends on if you want to or not. We're coming here, foot to thigh, we call this a Z-sit. And this is something you can leave out if it just doesn't feel right for you at all. You can rest your hands behind you, keep your feet where they are, and bring the knees completely over into the other direction. Feet stay, knees move. And I like to just take a quick second to sit nice and tall each time I come over from side to side. This is another thing, just like I was saying with the foam roller, if you have any acute pain, please avoid all the things when you feel acute pain. But this is great if you're feeling a stretch into your knees or your hips. That's exactly why we're doing this. This is for mobility of the knees and the hips. Mobility training should not feel like a passive stretch. So if you're moving, what's the word I'm looking for here? If you're moving through this and you're sort of pushing and holding and lengthening into places and it feels like work, that's really what mobility training should feel like. In a similar way to how you do your strength training. Mobility training should feel just as intentional and intense, perhaps. P.S. You don't have to use your hands here. If you want to try a few without your hands. And I'm just going to do one more each way. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to the center. One more thing here, seated, you can turn and extend your legs out. We're going to do feet a little bit wider than the shoulders. This is our spine stretch forward. If your legs are tight, soften your knees and sit up nice and tall. If you can straighten your legs, wonderful. Extend the arms in front of you. Let's see if we can flex the feet, lift the chest, inhale as you sit tall. And then exhale, belly is in, reach forward through the fingertips. Head is heavy. And then draw the abdominals in, stack through the spine to sit taller than you started. And again, this is not just a big stretch forward, it's more of a scoopy belly reach, like you're making yourself a capital U. And then roll up, relax the shoulders as you come up to sit. We're gonna do two more. And stretch. One more here. And reach. And then you can bring your arms down. Okay, we're gonna come up to stand and we're gonna do a little bit of standing arm and balance work. I'm gonna grab my fives first here. Feel free to take a drink of water whenever you need it. I'm gonna grab a quick one right now. And I'm gonna grab my fives. So light to medium is what I would call this. Light to medium. Hi, babies. Uh-oh, I forgot to close the door. Okay, well, Ripley will be joining us. Okay, so arms by your side, standing up nice and tall, toes forward. Hi, sweetie, thank you. And you can pull your head back just a little bit. Before we get moving, arms right by your sides. Reach down through your left knuckles as you bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Ooh, and then back to the center. Reach down through your right knuckles as you bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Keeping the shoulders relatively still, continue side to side a few times. Try not to hold your breath. Ear to the shoulder, reach down through the opposite knuckles. And side, one more each way here. and then back to the center, okay? Standing up nice and tall, pull your head back so it feels like your head is right on top of everything else. And we're gonna bring the arms out to the sides and back down. And out and back down. Try to always like have your breathing be an extension of the movement somehow. That's what I like to do at least. And we'll do about 4 more here. Go at your own pace. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And then arms will stay by your sides. Palms are facing the side body. Press the arms back as you lift your chest and draw your abdominals in. And then come right back in. Press back and right back in. Press back and right back in. 5 more here. Keeping the arms pretty straight here. 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more time. And then right there by your sides, you're going to hold the arms right there by your sides, but turn your palms forward, keeping your chest lifted, push down through the feet. A really nice, easy bicep curl, and then kind of slowly lower down. We're going to do 7 more just like this. Slowly lower down. A lot of times when people are lowering their weight, they curl forward, but try to resist that, keeping yourself lifted through the upper spine. Slowly come down. Last 3 here. And come down. 2 more. And down. 1 more time. And down. Turn. Let's come actually halfway up. Just take a quick peek at your wrists here. Make sure they're sort of nice and long. The knuckles are reaching straight ahead. Weights come together in front of your belly button or your ribs. When you reach back, let the chest open, let your shoulder blades come in towards one another. And then back in and open it up. We're gonna do 5 more here. 5 and 4 and 3. All of this can be abdominal work. And 2. Imagine gravity pulls you up. 1 more time. And reach out. Back forward again, all the way down. Keeping your arms right by your sides. Bring one heel up. Bring one heel up, keeping your hips nice and still. To switch to the other heel, lift and switch. Lift. So there's a moment where both heels are lifted. Lift and switch. Lift and switch. Lift and lift. 5 more. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Both heels come up and both heels go down, all the way down. Okay, similar exercises. I'm going to go up in weight for this next set. Do whatever you want. Grab the 8s. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit here. I'm going to come forward so you guys see what I'm doing. So balance exercise doesn't have to be a huge difference when you are doing different movements. I'm going to keep my hips nice and still. I'm just going to pick up one heel and put more weight into my right foot. My left toes are down, my hips are pretty even. I'm just taking more weight into my right leg. And of course, if you want to float your foot up, that's fine. But even just like sort of de-weighting that one standing leg is a great way to add balance work. We're going to start with the bicep curl. So standing up nice and tall, coming up, and then slowly going down. And up, and slowly going down. Standing tall. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. 1 more. And all the way down. Arms are going to come right back by my sides. I'm switching. So now I'm straightening through my left leg, bending through the right. There's a little bit of weight into my right foot, but not a ton. We're going right into this chest opener exercise for the rotators. Lift the chest, tap, and open. Stand tall. Tap, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one. And come out, come back, and then all the way down. Put that opposite heel down and just hold here for a quick second. Why not do a swoopy half circle from one shoulder to the other, and then back where you came from. And one more each way. Breathe. Okay, and we're coming back up central. I am going to do the same thing that we've been doing with our feet. We're going to switch halfway. So I'm starting with my right heel lifted again, standing nice and tall. Lateral arm raise. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then we're going to switch the heels. Lift the right, lower the left, stand nice and tall. 4 more. 2, 3, and 4. Holding at the bottom. Switch again. Standing tall into the left leg. Lift the chest. Arms go straight back. Press back. Belly is in tight. 2, 3, 4. And we're switching here. Right foot down. Left heel up. Press back. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then return. Both heels can go down. Keep your arms long by your sides. Look to the right and over your right shoulder. Here's another mobility exercise for the head. So you're keeping your shoulders really still. And again, use your eyes. See what you see behind you. And again, make sure you're not holding your breath. See what you see. One more each way. See what you see. And see what you see. And then we're coming back to the center. Okay, I'm going to put these weights down. I want to do a couple more exercises, but I think the 5s for me are more appropriate. This is like shoulder and back work. And I'll show you where we're going for this. So I'm going to stand nice and tall. I'm going to start left foot forward, right foot back. My feet are about hip distant here. I'll give you 2 views. And my back foot is trying to look straight ahead. So I'm going to bend my front knee a bit so the knee is over the foot. And I'm going to keep my spine long, and then I'm going to hinge forward a little bit. So I'm on this angle. Just take a second here to square your hips off the best you can. Push both feet into the ground so you feel energy through both feet. Okay? The arms will move. The arms are finally going to move. So we're forward. I'm going to soften my arms here and then come back. Maybe lift your back heel. That feels nice for me. And again. And then I'm going to switch my feet. So 4 with the right foot forward, and then 4 with the left foot forward and then on the right. Get yourself situated. Right knee over the right foot. Square your hips off. You're hinging forward. You're not rounding to go forward. So it's that chest out, booty out feeling, the belly in, soft elbows. And 2, and 3, and 4. Come back in and step the left foot forward. One more kind of similar to this. For this one, we're going to keep the legs in the same plane. So I'm going to soften my knees, send my hips back a little bit. It's a small little hinge forward. Same start. Really pull your abdominals in here. Just one arm at a time. 1, 1. So this really helps to work the obliques here. I wonder if you feel that too. And 3. And 3. I'm just doing 6 here. 4. 4. 5. 5. One more each way. 6. And 6. Come all the way down. All the way up, stand tall. I'm going to bring my weights together right in front of my pelvis. The round parts are looking at one another. This is the zip up your coat exercise. Up, down, and up, down. 5 more. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. One more time. And then bring the arms by your sides. Okay, for this next bit, we're going to use the wall. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. I'm going to put my weights down, grabbing a quick drink of water, and we're going to come against the wall to do some wall squats. Because they are exciting. Actually, I'm going to come back here. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to find a little wall space for yourself. Actually, I can do this right here. A little wall space for yourself. Make sure whatever under you is not going to slip. Excuse me. And you're going to step yourself forward just enough so you can bend your knees, and you can decide how much, how far forward you want to go with your feet. I sort of look at my knees. I sort of want my knees and my toes to come to one another. So this is work right away. Head back, arms back, long through the arms. We are breathing for 10, 9. You can't see this, but my dog is looking at me like, this is so boring. He's like, why? Why aren't we playing? Why are you just leaning against the wall? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Take a nice deep breath here. See if you can push through your feet and slide up the wall. Walk your feet back and just come up to stand. Take a nice deep breath here. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Just to throw this out there, by the way, I don't have a big stability ball near me. This is really fun to do with the ball behind your back. If you have one like right next to you, grab it, put it behind your back, and just keep the ball behind you, okay? That's another way to do this. So we're coming back where we just were. See if you can slide down, toes and the knees. I mean, I think if you can get your thighs and the floor somewhat organized together. And again, we are just holding here. We're going to count to 15 just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Exhale, come up. Oh yeah. And let's step away from the wall for a minute. Let's do a quick little stretch here. Thumbs together above your head. Push down through your left foot as you reach up and over to the right. And up and over to the left. One more each way. Back to the center, all the way down. Okay, we're doing one more wall squat here. If you want to add weight, by the way, you can grab some weights and put them right by your sides. Up to you, okay? I'm coming back out. Let's do this. I don't know, should we count to 20? Oh gosh, let's do it. We're holding head back, arms back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, exhale up, and come away from the wall. Okay, that was exciting. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more standing work here before we come down to the floor. And for this one, I'm going to grab my 5s again, and you will choose what number is right for you for this next one, okay? Start standing, feet hip distant. Hip distant feet will help with your balance, okay? We're gonna start left foot forward, right foot back. And you can see I have probably 2+ feet in between my own feet. 2.5, something like that. Toes are forward. Just like we did earlier, bend your left knee, so your left knee is over your foot. Square your hips with your shoulders. So try not to have the right hip be way back. Try to have it be left hip back, right hip forward a bit, okay? The arms will remain in gravity. We are hinging forward, almost like you want to bring your chest towards your thigh, and then you're pushing down with both feet to stand tall. And again, forward and up and forward. We're adding a little bit to this right here. Bicep curl at the top. Extend and come forward. 5 more. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one here. We're coming up to stand. I'm going to have you lift through your back heel here. Shift your weight all the way into your front leg so the back leg is light. It's a small lift here. Energize your spine here. Back leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step the right foot next to the left. Come up to stand. Take a nice deep breath, relax your shoulders. Okay, side 2. Keep the right foot where it is, step the left foot back. Square your hips here. Do the best you can to do that, okay? Left hip forward, right hip back is kind of what it feels like to me. Bend your right knee forward. Lift tall to begin. Hinge forward, keeping your arms long in gravity. And then come all the way back up to stand. And again, we're hinging. Practice sort of sticking your sits bones out. Keeping your eyes forward. The next one we can add the bicep curl. 6. And 5. And 4. If you're wobbly, that's okay. If you need more support, come closer to the wall. Don't risk anything, and also it's okay to have a little extra help. Last 3. And 2. Last one here. And then arms will be long here. So we're keeping this front knee soft. I'm lifting my back heel to transfer my weight into my right leg. Ooh, I'm feeling that right leg. Energize your spine, pull the belly in, back leg. 8, 7, 6, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and step your left foot next to your right. Stand up tall. Okay, that was exciting. We're gonna come and do a little bit of work down on the floor. I'm gonna bring my 5s, my 8s, and my 10s right next to me because I think I wanna use them all. Take a quick drink if you need it of whatever you want. Options are good. Okay. Be careful when you move your weights. That wasn't really the safest way to do that. Okay, so we're going to start on our side. I'm going to lie on my right side. I wish there was a second camera on Ripley's face. It's hilarious. Okay, come all the way onto your side. Oh, here he comes. I'd love for you to grab your fat, or like one that's a little bit lighter, because I really like to move through good form here. Hi, babies. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to do a rotator exercise here. So you're going to grab your weight, lay down, grab your weight with your top hand. And you can rest your head right on your arm. Get yourself right on your side here, by the way. Try not to be leaning forward or back too much. Energize your spine. And we're just going to bring the knuckles up for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, one more here, and all the way down. Just put the weight away. Oh, bless you, Ripley. And then bring your leg up, okay? So this is a mobility exercise. I feel like I say this a lot. The knee doesn't go anywhere. I would love for you to tap your foot down and then for you to bring your foot up nice and high and really aim for this big range of motion here. Down and up, okay? Down and up. We're doing 5 more. 5 and up and 4 and up and 3 up, 2 up, 1 up. Rest all the way down. Grab your weight, lengthen your spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was hard. Come all the way down and just rest the arm down. Okay, we're going to do that range of motion with the bottom half of the leg again. Left, knee stays where it is. Down, all the way up. Down, up. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. All the way down. Last set of both of these. Grab your weight and 8, 7, 6, 5. I know. 4. Okay, thank you. 3, 2. 1 more. Woo! All the way down. I'm going to move this dog in a second. Let's do the last leg set here. Last leg set here. Foot down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more. Oh, my hip is burning. Okay, come on down. We're going to immediately come over to the other side and do the same thing. So whatever weight you just used, bring it with you. Don't worry, Ripley, I'm not going too far. Okay, side 2 here. So get yourself on your other side, lengthen out through your spine. Bring your elbow in towards your ribs and energize your whole waist here. Try not to just sink towards the floor during this. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way down. keep that down. Leg comes up, knee stays where it is. And again, the goal is a really nice big span here. Foot down, foot up. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one. All the way down. Grab that weight, lengthen through your spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here. Woo, all the way down. And again, another set here. Leg up, foot down, foot up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Woo, all the way down. 1 more each way. Last set here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Let's see if I can do 1 more. Woo! Last one, all the way down. Leaving that weight there. Leg comes up. Last little set here. Foot to foot. Foot higher than the hip. Down and up. 6 more. 6, 5. Try and keep the knee in line with the hip. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And all the way down, okay? So I'm gonna come onto my back just a little bit left here. For this last bit, I'm gonna go heavier, 8s or 10s. I'm gonna grab my 10s just to be a little crazy. You need to go lie down. Go lay down. I love you. Go lay down. Go ahead. Go lay down. Grab your weights here, and we're gonna come onto our back. So just when you come onto your back, just be careful as you maneuver your weights here so you don't do anything weird to your shoulder or your back or whatever it is. You move intentionally. Elbows are gonna come right by your sides. Knees are bent. Quick wrist check-in. Make sure your wrists aren't just like, going to sleep here. Knuckles are kind of looking up to the ceiling. And we're gonna push straight up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights down by your sides. Rest your hands on the tops of your weights. They're just standing up by my sides here. And push down through your feet, lengthen your neck, hips up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips down. Grab your weights by your sides. Another set straight up here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come down, all the way down, hands on top of the weights. Another set of hip lifts here. You can rest your weights on your hips, by the way, if you want to add extra weight, extra resistance. Up to you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips down. Last set for both. Arms up. Check out your wrists. 10, 9, 8, belly is in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here, up, come all the way down, rest your hands on top of the weights, this is our last set of bridges, last 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here, all the way down. Okay, you can just let your weights kind of go off to the sides, get them out of the way. We're gonna do a little stretch, twisty stretch here. Bring your knees over to the left. Bring your left hand to your right knee, and then reach your right arm away from you. And this is just some deep breathing here. I know, babies. And take your one more really deep breath here. And we're going to bring the legs over to the other side. Knees right, right hand to the left knee, and then reach the left arm away. And breathe. Last deep breath here. And then I'm going to roll to my side. I'm going to make my way up to stand. You can come up to stand however you want. All the way up. And then our last little stretch here for the road. Arms are going to come up. Hook your thumbs one more time. One more side to side stretch here. Lengthen out through each side of the body. Drop your chin down a little bit. Take that nice deep breath as you reach over and over. And we're going to end back center, standing a little bit taller than we started. Separate your thumbs. Inhale, fingertips up. And then stand tall. Exhale, arms down. Let your arms be heavy. One more belly breath here. Awesome. That felt great. We did it, you guys. Have a great day.